Hi, make Edikaikong with me. As a Yoruba girl, I'm only trying my best. So please don't say I did not put this, I did not put that. I tried my best and it was yummy. I have pepper, I have onions, I have a lot of crayfish because you need a lot of crayfish. I have my protein, pomo, stockfish, and the likes. I have baby spinach and I have kale. So the vegetables to get the texture that I was looking for, you know that spinach. Don't mind my baby, she's making noise. Spinach, original Edikaikong uses water leaf and ugu. I can't get that, so I'm using spinach instead and kale. But the spinach, I cut them into really, really small sizes so that they can give me this finer texture. You know, if you go to the market in Nigeria, you ask them to cut leaf for you, like the people that sell, there's a way they just cut it into fine sizes. It's really thinly sliced and really fine, and that's what I was trying to get. With the spinach, I put some part of it again into the food processor so that it can give me a very fine texture as it is supplementing for the water leaf. I still cut the other part again into another smaller texture, but these are the ones that I processed. You can see how fine they are. Like the cut, that's really really smooth, and then the others are cut again into smaller text sizes. This is the kale. Kale comes already sliced, but again I had to slice it again so that I get the feel that I want for the vegetables. They are not meant to be very, they're not meant to be big like when you're making a forio. When you're making a forio, your vegetables can still be very obvious and all that, but for this recipe they need to be fine. So this is the meat. I'm boiling it with some crayfish. I've blended the crayfish, some onions, and and normal seasoning cubes that I have. So the thing is, do not put water in the meat when you're boiling the meat. Just leave it. The water itself will come. The meat itself is going to bring out some water. As you can see, I'm just turning it and stirring it. And the thing with this soup is, at every stage you add more. You add blended crayfish. You don't add all the crayfish at once. So in the initial stage, I added some crayfish. At this stage, when I put in some pepper, I added more crayfish. Now again, I added the first set of spinach. That is the one that is the one I processed with the food processor again. So that one is very fine. Those are the smallest size. And I put that. You can see water will start coming out from the soup itself because the spinach has a lot of water. So remember, do not put water in this soup. I remember one time I put water in this soup and that was how I messed it all up a long time ago. So please do not do that. I added another batch of crayfish. You can see what I'm talking about here. Just as I was about to add the palm oil, I put another batch of crayfish. So you keep layering the flavor as you're going. Keep layering the flavor. And it's not going to look dry. You can see the vegetables brings out a lot of water itself, and that is basically the soup is cooking its own juices. It's cooking by itself, like the juice from the meat, from the vegetables is what is cooking the soup. And this is what makes it different from a forio. A forio, we're going to fry the sauce and fry with the palm oil and everything, so that's the difference. Here you can see I've added all of the other vegetables and I'm going to wait for them to get soft. This soup does not really need the vegetables to be so crunchy. I'm not saying make them soggy, but don't make them too crunchy. Let it cook. Let it cook. So this is it. I added the last batch of crayfish after a while, and you can see that the soup is done and everything looks yummy. I'm having mine with rice. I know that usually you're supposed to have it with swallow, but me, I love it with rice. It's really nice. It's yummy. Thank you for watching. Bye.